You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug.
Really had much to say until he started running for president.
But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person.
Elon Musk has filed an $80 million lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg and the hosts of The View, accusing them of defamation and spreading false information. The lawsuit stems from comments made by Goldberg, who suggested that Musk and J.D. Vance were plotting to manipulate government control in the event that former President Donald Trump was removed from office. This legal action has sparked widespread debate over issues like free speech, media responsibility, and accountability. Adding fuel to the fire, Joe Rogan has weighed in on the controversy, criticizing the mainstream media, particularly The View, for their shifting stance on Trump, pointing out their initial support, followed by harsh criticism.
Really had much to say until he started running for president. Then I could say everything I needed to say. My face said everything.
Was the episode of you when you were on The View, and I think it was 2015 or 2006, like when you were running for president.
Right.
And you got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
Joe Rogan's comments on media bias and changing narratives strike a chord with Musk's lawsuit against Goldberg. Rogan believes Musk's legal action could pave the way for holding media figures accountable, especially those who use their platforms to push personal agendas. In response, Goldberg has defended her comments, insisting she wasn't attacking Musk, but instead made a playful remark about her cat, claiming it was all in good
Okay, I need to clean something up because my cat lays in wait for me on my stairs all the time. That's what I was thinking of that. I wasn't trying to indicate that they were actually standing there with their legs out, hoping he would trip.
The critics have dismissed Goldberg's explanation as an attempt to deflect blame, while Musk's supporters view her change of tone as a sign of guilt. Rogan's remarks only amplify the case, highlighting the larger cultural debate over media accountability. At the heart of Musk's lawsuit are serious accusations of defamation and slander, with Goldberg and her co-hosts allegedly suggesting that Musk and J.D. Vance were secretly plotting to take control of the government.
Because I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever say. I don't remember the last time we even talked about JD.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk Vance?
Possible.
Musk's Musmaud. Legal team argues that the statements made by Goldberg and her co-hosts were not only unfounded, but designed to tarnish his reputation. This case brings to the forefront concerns about the accountability of talk shows that prioritize sensationalism over truth. Rogan has weighed in on this issue as well, noting how The View once praised Trump, but quickly reversed their stance once he entered politics. He criticized their inconsistency, using it as an example of how media narratives are often influenced by political agendas.
The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Yeah.
But there's probably no one in history that I've ever seen that's been attacked the way you've been attacked, and the way they've done it so coordinated and systematically. When you see those same people in the past, very favorable to you, like Oprah, when you were on Oprah's show,
very.
She was encouraging you.
So Rogan's observations strengthen Musk's argument that talk shows frequently manipulate narratives, fueling public distrust. Goldberg's defense, that her comments were about her cat, not Musk, has only added fuel to the fire. Many see this as a weak attempt to dodge responsibility, further escalating the scrutiny on The View and its handling of the controversy.
But when you have deliberate, concerted, repeated pushing of hoaxes, you're like, wait a second, like, come on, man, this is too far.
And you're supposed to be the good guys.
You're supposed to, and you claim to be the good guys? I'm like, exactly.
You're supposed to be the progressives.
Yes, the Dems are like, oh, we're the good guys. We're the honest people. No, hang on. You can't claim to be the good guys. You can't claim to be the honest people. If you're deliberately pushing hoaxes that have been debunked thoroughly.
Yeah.
Well, we're like even Snopes, which is a liberal thing, says it's bogus.
Yeah.
Like the Fine People hoax.
Obama just said that on stage.
Musk's lawsuit calls for stricter standards in media accountability, resonating with both his supporters and critics of mainstream media. Social media has erupted with reactions, with hashtags like Naler support Elon and cancel the View trending. Supporters view Musk's actions as a fight against misinformation, while critics express concerns about the potential impact on free speech. Joe Rogan's involvement has further strengthened Musk's case, as his audience sees him as a key voice in exposing media hypocrisy. Rogan's criticism of The View has added significant weight to Musk's position in the ongoing debate.
If you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television. And so it's like they say the thing that people are thinking, but they say it very directly, so they expose whatever truth. But
I don't think some of them are dumb.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think Sunny Hostin's
You think it's deliberate?
I think she's ideologically driven, and they have blinders on, for sure. I don't think Sunny's dumb. But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person, and what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out. It's like if you had an idea for a premise and it was totally baked and half baked, and you went on stage with it, and it's nothing.
Just
there.
go for it. Yeah,
there's nothing there. Sometimes comics do that.
Yeah, and the other question is then: is that representative of a big constituency? I think probably yes.
Well, a lot of
MSNBC viewers are probably also thinking,
I don't even think the MSNBC viewers. I think they're a little bit more sophisticated than that.
Yeah.
This is like low information, blue no matter who, like older housewives who are mad at the world. That's the appeal that Whoopi Goldberg.
Rogan pointed to earlier clips of Trump being warmly welcomed on The View, only to be harshly criticized later as political. Tides shifted. This flip-flop mirrors Musk's concerns about how media narratives can be weaponized to target public figures. Rogan's observations emphasize the dangers of inconsistent media treatment, further aligning with Musk's criticism of how narratives are manipulated for political gain.
You dare say.
She put me in the movies, right? A long time ago. How much did I judge? Nothing.
Like they say in the
It was a freebie. Whoopi, I love you. I'm telling you.
And they're trying to humanize them and change your idea about who this guy is. Don't fall for that.
Trump, you're talking about.
Musk's supporters emphasize his push for transparency and fairness in media coverage, with Rogan adding weight to the argument for reform in media practices. They argue that networks should uphold higher standards to avoid prioritizing sensationalism over fact-based reporting. Critics of Musk claim that his wealth and influence could suppress dissenting opinions, but Rogan's commentary highlights a broader cultural demand for media accountability. The View has faced criticism for promoting biased narratives, shifting its stance depending on political trends rather than consistent journalistic integrity. Musk's lawsuit calls attention to these issues, with Goldberg's emotional outburst and changing explanations adding fuel to the fire and casting doubt on the show's credibility. Rogan has been outspoken about mainstream media's hypocrisy, noting how The View once celebrated Trump's success, but later painted him as a threat. He believes this shift reflects a calculated move to align with political trends rather than a true commitment to fairness. Goldberg's defense, that her remarks were about her cat rather than Musk, has been met with skepticism, with many seeing it as an attempt to avoid accountability. Rogan's critique further amplifies Musk's call for reform, encouraging audiences to question the motives behind mainstream narratives. One of the most contentious points in Musk's lawsuit is the claim that Goldberg's comments incited violence. Goldberg allegedly joked about someone tripping Trump, a statement Musk argues could be interpreted as encouraging harm. Goldberg later downplayed her remark, insisting it was about her cat. Rogan has weighed in, criticizing the normalization of violent rhetoric in media and the tendency of talk shows to hide harmful comments behind humor. Musk's lawsuit, bolstered by Rogan's observations, emphasizes the need for clearer boundaries in media discussions, especially in today's politically charged environment. Critics accuse ABC and The View of pushing politically motivated narratives, a sentiment echoed by Rogan. He argues that legacy media often prioritize ratings and controversy over balanced reporting, shifting narratives to secure political wins, and eroding public trust. Musk's legal action, supported by Rogan's critiques, reflects a growing demand for greater transparency and accountability in journalism. Whether or not the lawsuit succeeds, it highlights the increasing dissatisfaction with mainstream media narratives and points to the influence of alternative platforms in advocating for fairness and accuracy. Elon Musk's $80 million lawsuit. against Whoopi Goldberg has ignited a fiery debate on media accountability, free speech, and misinformation. Goldberg's shifting defenses have only intensified scrutiny, while Joe Rogan's input adds a layer of credibility to Musk's claims. The case has become a symbol of the ongoing discussion around transparency in journalism. What's your take on this situation? Is Musk justified in challenging the media, or is this lawsuit a step too far? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates.